Hi everybody. Well, I hope you liked the first part of the greeting card, Day greeting card drawing, where we made the different things that you can put on the card. We're going to work a little bit on making the cards now. But first, I'm going to have you look at a whole bunch of cards right now to get inspired. Okay, look at these cards, look at how pretty they are, and think about how you might want to make cards. One thing to make sure you notice, though, is that cards, they kind of come in two types. One is where it's mostly drawing with a little bit of words, or it's mostly words with a little bit of drawing. Okay. Think about which kind you want. Fairly and I are going to make one of each real quick when we get back. If you have to make a lot of cards, let's just go with the big words and little drawings.
Unless you're really fast at drawing.
Unless you're really fast at drawing. And then you can go with big drawings and little words. But check these cards out here. Not all of them are going to be Easter cards, but just check them out. Look at the designs. It's kind of pretty, kind of fun. And then when we come back, we'll show you how to do some of the drawings. Okay. What did you think? What was your favorite card? Okay, did you like the one with the dog? Yeah. Well, there were fewer dogs, but kind of fun. Okay. All really pretty. They're all super old too. Yeah, they're all old cards. So let's get to drawing. All right, let's start drawing. The first kind of card we're going to make is going to be mostly drawing and a little bit of words. Just kind of follow this along. We're just going to only have about a third of our card be words, and we're going to put it on the side, and the rest of it will be drawing. Just to make it real clear, we're going to draw a line down here. Now you can use a ruler if you want. I just find it easy just to use any straight line.
And also, we can't find rulers right now.
Oh, they're around here somewhere. We did have a pin explosion.
Beautiful rainbow order.
Very nice arrangements. And just draw a straight line. Okay, that's all. Just a nice straight line. I like your straight line. I see. Right, yes, I see. Now, we're going to write words here. Now, I really do think it's best to learn to draw with just pens and don't worry too much about erasing and correcting and all that stuff. But I understand for a card, if you want to use a pencil just real lightly with the pencil to kind of show you where you're going to put your words, you're going to put Happy Easter. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll put Happy Easter too. Okay. Real light. And the lettering is just a guideline. When your pen gets going, sometimes it'll be a little bit bigger than your pencil writing, and that's okay. You just go ahead and go with the way your pen is writing. Yep. Could have written it a little differently, but that's good enough. Okay. It's really just about spacing.
My letters are kind of tiny.
Is that? Well, they look good. All right, happy Easter. Okay, so we're going to draw the tulips that we drew in the first part of this, part 1. Okay, remember tulips have the U shape, the kind of fancy U shape with the W. So we're going to kind of put one in the center of this square. Okay, so we're just going to put kind of a big one. I got that fancy U shape, and it's connected with just a stretched out W. And the lumps on the W don't have to be perfect. Yeah, and you can add a couple more lumps, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to do the fancy U. Now this time we're going to bring it down a little bit lower and a little bit smaller. Okay. A little bit lower, a little bit smaller. And do one over here. Don't worry if they're the same height. You actually don't want them to be the same height. Okay. If you're a machine, you could maybe do same height. They might look okay, but handmade, you want people to know it's handmade. Okay, so remember the stems on tulips are a little bit thicker. Okay, a little bit thicker. Okay.
For some reason, these petals remind me of the rabbit that we drew.
Rabbit ears, yeah. Now you could leave it like that, or you can put. Remember, tulips tend to have those bigger leaves on them. Okay, that is pretty close. I think I'm going to do that stem a little bit long. Now we're just going to color them in.
Selecting from the rainbow.
Okay, I'm going to put, are you going to put your stems in first, or are you going to put grass? You could draw grass in front. I'm going to just stick with my stems right now. Why don't you do stems?
Sharpie's not terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and color in my flowers first. Okay, and remember, if some of the cards you saw, they didn't stay in the lines every time. Okay, getting out of the lines sometimes looks pretty cool. Okay, and also you don't have to make it all one solid color. A little bit of streaks like that actually look kind of cool. Okay. A little bit of streaks look kind of cool. My Fairlane's doing that. I'm going to do something that I always like to do. So see how this is kind of 2 sections? It's the flowers and the words. I think we can make it 3 sections if we just make this black line a little bit bigger. Okay, this will give us 3 elements to our card. Okay. 3 elements to our card. It's dry enough now. I'm going to erase the light pencil underneath there. Oops, smudged a little bit, but just a little bit light erasing. Could have used a cleaner eraser. Arrgh. Okay. All right, fill these in. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, it looks a little more fun, a little more interesting if it's not just a perfect solid color. Okay. Now, the fun part I like now is you can use a little bit of white. Okay. White pen, or if you have a pencil, you can use a white pencil now, or if you have a crayon. When you're drawing, though, always use crayon absolutely last, because once you use crayon, it's hard to write with any other kind of writing. You can't really put pencil over crayon. You definitely can't put pen over crayon. Mm-hmm. And in fact, you kind of want to save colored pencils for last. The normal type of pencil lead it's easy to erase, but colored pencil lead, that stuff is made out of a different type of material, and it's kind of waxy. It doesn't erase at all. But I like using white ink, and just a little bit here, a little bit there. Just kind of makes it fun. Okay, just a little bit. Just kind of makes it fun. Just makes it a little bold. Okay, not much, just a little bit. Oh, that looks really good. Yeah, that looks really good. And then I like to make the line stand out. I'll just put little dots. Okay, you can't really decorate too much for holidays. Well, when you're young, you can't decorate it. Once you get to be about 85, 87 years old, then you have to just have boring cards. But up until that age, you just keep making fun cards. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let me see yours. That looks great. Okay, nice fun cards. Okay, happy Easter. Okay, let's grab these cards. Okay, so now we're going to make one that's mostly words. Okay, so grab a pen, mostly words. And we're going to put flowers in these two corners and then put words in the middle. Okay, these are the flowers that we made before that were just kind of we call them generic flowers, just regular flowers that weren't a particular type of flower. Okay, so let's draw a circle. Okay, and then just draw some petals coming off of that. Perfect. Oh, I like how you did the circles around there. That's a good idea.
What I do is I don't pick my pen up once I've started doing it.
You keep your pen down and keep it going. Yeah, that's one way to kind of keep it from getting out of whack. Okay, and then about halfway over, draw another flower. Okay. Remember, your flowers don't have to be perfect. Your brain will tell you your brain will tell your brain what they are. Okay, so then about halfway down over here, let's draw another flower. Nice. Okay, we're going to do the same thing in this corner. Okay, we're drawing the corner, the one about halfway up, and about one halfway over. Okay. Do not have to be perfect. Okay, these are hand drawn. You don't really want them to be too perfect. That's good because that one's not even close to perfect. Okay, people want to know that they're hand drawn, that they're not made by a machine. Really nice job. Okay, so now we're going to draw the vines that will connect the flowers. Okay, so I'm going to draw my vines. Remember, vine is just two curves and put a little bit of some leaves in the middle. Okay, just two long curves, a little bit of leaves in the middle, two long curves, a little bit of leaves in the middle, two long curves, a couple leaves in the middle. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and color mine. Some blue. It's Easter. I do blue and some pink centers. Oops, forgot one. Pink centers. Very Easter looking. Easter looking. I hope I said looking. Very Easter looking. Okay. So we're not done with the flowers, but we're pretty close. No, go ahead and cut them all. I can speed this part up. You gonna leave those open?
Yeah, sure. That's pretty cool.
Okay, so we kind of have our flowers arranged. Sorry about not organizing them right. Okay, so now we're going to write our words here. You can write them straight across. You can write them at an angle. Whatever you think looks good. What are you going to write?
I'm just going to write Happy Easter.
Happy Easter again. Okay, maybe a little thicker. I'm going to do it a little different. I'm going to write big to Mom. And then below that, I'll make it Happy Easter. Now, you could just write to Mom and then Happy Birthday, or to Mom, Happy Mother's Day, whatever you want.
Merry Christmas, Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, yeah. Maybe make the flowers a little different color. Maybe you can make them spider webs. I have made those spider webs before. We'll have to do that for Halloween. Okay, to Mom. Almost ran off the page. Then I'm using my Sharpie, small Sharpie. Happy Easter. All right. Okay, so here's I think the most fun part of drawing these things is taking your white and just doing a little bit of highlights. Okay, so a little bit of highlights on these flowers go a long, long way. Okay, just a little dash there. Now, hopefully you can take a little more time than we're taking right here. Be a little fancier.
Just because it's a video and we can't spend 30 minutes on just highlighting.
Right. And then I'll quickly show you how I kind of like to draw on just one side. I pretend like the sun's coming this way, and I'll just draw on one side of the letters here. And here we go. To Mom. Oh, mistake there. All right, to Mom, Happy Easter. That looks pretty good. Yours looks really good too. Are you gonna sign it?
Sure.
Apparently.
Are you?
No. Let me see here. All right. Okay, so there we go. We have our two cards. Bring your cards back so we can look at them, please. So we have one card that is mostly drawing and a little bit of words. I like that. And then we have another card that's mostly words and a little bit of drawing. Okay. So think about those. Think about the cards we showed you at the beginning of the video, and think about all the different characters that we made earlier today. We did the clouds, we did the Easter bunny, we did the birds, we did the chick, we did the different types of flowers. Mix those up however you think, and I hope. And why don't you send me some copies of some of your Easter cards that you make? All right, y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.